What's going on, everybody? Good morning. I'm here to drop another jewel. I haven't dropped a jewel in a very long time, but today we're going to go over Checkr, which is one of the major background check companies for your everyday driving jobs, such as Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Handy, Instacart, etc. Um, I'm going to start a series of all of the major background check companies. I'm not going to do all 100 of them, but I'm going to give you the major ones that a lot of the employers use. So continue following my YouTube page, Paralegal Nation, my Instagram page, Mr. Armani 1985, and my TikTok page, Paralegal Nation as well. This is mostly for those who have been convicted of a crime, either a felony or a misdemeanor, in all 50 states, who has been struggling with trying to get a job in the sector under the umbrella of Uber, Lyft, and other driving platforms, DoorDashes, etc. So today we're going to go over Checkr, which is one of the major background check companies for Uber and Lyft. I know there's been a proposition where Lyft and Uber is accepting certain felonies and certain misdemeanors. That is true to a certain extent. I witnessed a lot of people, a lot of my clients who I help expunge records, been denied um, with Uber and Lyft, either with the expunged record and a record that's been over 10 to 15 years for the past 10 to 15 years. So first, let's go over how do you obtain a copy of your background check record. There's two ways you can do it, either online. Um, Actually, there's three. There's either online at checkr.com, so that's www.checkr.com. That's the first way you can do it. The second way you can do it is either, let's say you try to get a job with any of those background check companies, you'll usually Uber or Lyft will send you a link to run your background, and then once you run your background, after the background check either comes back denied or cleared, they give you the option to view your checker background and your report, and you can either dispute from there or just accept the results. A third way you can get your Checkr background report is if you write them. So here's the address to Checkr if you want to get a free copy of your report. And I encourage everybody to get a free copy of your report. So here it is. So you'll write to checkr.com. So that's checkr.com. The address is 1 Montgomery Street. That's 1 Montgomery Street, Suite 2000. And that's in San Francisco, California, 94104. As you can see, I got my checker background report here. It's pretty small because I have nothing on it, but I'm gonna break this checker report down to you to the lamest terms so you guys can totally understand what do they actually look for with these job companies. And then we're gonna go over the process of how to delete information that's not supposed to be on there, because they again is another background check company that collects your data. And then we're going to go over those who have an expunged record, which I help people expunge their record, how to clear that with Checkr so you now can then become qualified for those drive platforms such as Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Handy, etc. So when you get your Checkr, this is a copy of my Checkr report. So once you get a copy of your Checkr report, it's going to have databases that they ran your search through. So first, it's going to have the California consumer, basically your rights of your Checkr report, basically saying that they're letting you know that they're a third-party company checking your information. The report does not guarantee the accuracy or truthfulness of the information as to the subject of the investigation, but only that is the accuracy copied from public records, meaning that they get your public records from the public, or what is given to them, or what they brought from the different companies such as LexisNexis, the court system, etc. And information generated as a result of identity theft, including evidence of criminal activity, may be inaccurately associated with the consumer who is subject of the report. An investigative consumer reporting agency shall provide a consumer seeking to obtain a copy of a report of making a request to review a file, a written notice in simple plain English and Spanish, setting forth the terms and conditions of his or her right to receive all disclosures as provided in section 1786.26. So basically, that's the little disclaimer that they give you, letting you know that the information is not accurate or truthful, meaning that they get so much information on you that is just they just a company that collects data. So on your Checkr report, you're gonna have this information here: SSN trace, sex offender, sex offender search, global watch list search, a national search. You're gonna have a national search. You're gonna have county searches. You're gonna have county searches here, and then basically, as you can see, the status, it says clear. You want your status to show clear because when other people view your background, they want to make sure that you're clear to get hired for that particular job. Now, as you can see on mines, they have the SSN trace is complete, meaning that the SSN belongs to me. When you get yours, you want your SSN to belong to you. They're going to show your sex offender search is clear, meaning that you're, of course, you're not a registered sex offender. They're going to run a global watch list search to see if you on any terrorist list to make sure that you're not wanted by the FBI. The next thing they're going to search is a national search, meaning that they're going to see if you have any background, any felonies or convictions in any other states. And then a county searches. So let's say, for example, I'm in the Bay Area, so they're going to run a county for Contra Costa County because eventually I want to work in Contra Costa County. So, and then they also do a search um, for federal convictions as well. So as you can see, they're going to have your name. This is the second page. You want it to be clear. They're going to have your name here, your address, your driver's license number, the date that they ran the report. It's going to show your birthday. It's going to show your customer ID. You want to keep a copy of your customer ID because that's how you, when you write a dispute letter, you want that customer ID to be on your letter or your dispute form. Um, and then after they do a search, you want everything to come back as clear because once it come back as clear, that means that you're cleared for that job that you're applying for. Now, there are some people who have a conviction on their record, and after they do a criminal county, here's a for example of someone, here's his county criminal search. You see how it's in red? That means consider. So when it's under consider status, when Uber, Lyft, Handy, or any of those background check companies see consider, which is in red, that means that they have something on their record and it's up to their consideration to either hire you or not. So let's say you have driving tickets, it's going to come back as consider. Let's say you have a conviction, federal conviction, it's going to show up as consider. Let's say you have any county convictions, it's going to come up as consider. So when that company reviews your report and it says consider, it's up to them to either consider giving you that job or not. Now, for those who got a record that's been expunged, the courts don't automatically update all the background check companies. You have to do it manually. So this is what you have to do. Once you get a copy of your background check report, and let's say you got your record expunged, what you want to do is you want to get a copy of the results of your record. For example, the order for dismissal for the state of California. You want to get a copy of your order for dismissal that shows that your record has been expunged, and then you want to file a dispute. So you can file a dispute three ways with Checkr. You can either A, send them a copy of your order for dismissal that shows that your record's been expunged. You can either mail it to them at the address I gave you above, which is the one on Montgomery Street. Two, you can file a dispute online at help.checkr.com. Or three, when you apply for a job with Uber, Lyft, and you once get denied and they give you the option to dispute it, you go ahead and dispute it online. So the whole goal is to have everything green. Okay. Once you expunge your record and then you send them the results that your record has been expunged. So when it says a county criminal search, what's going to happen is once they see that your record has been expunged, because the courts don't automatically update it because it's up to you to do it. It's not the court's job. It's going to go from considered to all green. And then once they resubmit that newly revamped, or what they call it, amended Checkr Report to Uber and Lyft, is going to go from considered to clear, and it means that you're going to get the job with Uber, Lyft, and all the other background check companies. So that's just a little brief overview of Checkr. I'm going to do other background check reports, such as I'm going to do. So I got a lot of these. We're going to do Hire Right, which is another one. We're going to do backgroundchecks.com. That's is another one right there. We're going to do GIS. That's another background check company. We're going to do Accurate Background Check Services. That's another company. So we're gonna go over these. I'm gonna start a series and make sure you guys pay attention.